Hello there. What's going on, you guys? Today I am bringing to you something huge. Can you believe something huge? Yes. This is the Star Trek XWing Deep Cuts line, Deep Space Nine, unpainted, primed, and ready. This thing is absolutely huge, and we're going to be unboxing this thing, taking a look at it. Now, this Deep Cuts line, they're making these for all of Star Trek XWing. They're about half the price of what the normal units would have cost for the game, and it basically it's just a mini. It's already primed, ready for painting, so if you want to paint it yourself, but it's also supposed to be a little bit more detail, like a little more detail oriented. So this thing should look really cool. I'm very excited. It's absolutely enormous, so I'll measure the whole thing out as well. We'll see what all comes inside this thing, and we'll size it up with some ships. We're gonna cross universes a little bit. Maybe we'll size it up with some Star Wars ships and see how they work with Star Wars Armada. Also, before I dive into this, I want to remind you guys there's a huge giveaway running now through March 1st, which is for a Force FX lightsaber of your choice. All you have to do to enter to win that is become a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. And the details for that are on Crabbok.com. Basically, it's for an Amazon gift card, so you can use it for whatever you want. You could even use it for something like this. All right, guys, I want to thank you all so much. Let's go ahead and dive right into this thing. All right, so here is the box. We've got Cisco on the front, HD minis on the front here. We're going to just give you all of it. On the side of the box, we see the wormhole right there and a runabout flying away with the Deep Cuts logo here on the bottom. On the back, if you want to read that, you can pause right now. And also whizkids.com/unpainted if you want to see more of this line as well. This is probably my first ever actual WizKids purchase. I'm just going to open it up. All right. So we've got it out of the box. Inside the box below it is actually a stand. So we are going to get a stand with it, but no cardboard or nothing for the actual game of Star Trek XWing. So I will go ahead and pull this out, and there's our plastic stand. And I'll just set that to the side. I don't want anything to happen to it. And then we have to go ahead and get this thing out, because this is tied in with all of these little twisty ties, and we've got those on all the four corners of the box, so I'll go ahead and undo those real quick. All right, here it is, folks. This thing is just incredible. I can't get over it, man. It's absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at the detail on this thing. Wow. There's a lot of detail there, and it's really big. This is like as big as a basketball, maybe even bigger. It's incredible. Now, on the bottom, we've got some little holes there, and they should go into the stand. And we'll put it in the stand in a little bit. Let's just take a look. Even in the bottom parts, there's just so much detail in this whole station. Wow. We've got our top section here. We've got, well, let's zoom in on the bridge a little bit. It's a lot. See, this could take a long time to paint also, especially if you really want to put a whole lot of detail on there. Now, I have looked up some of the other Deep Cuts lines, and a lot of them come with decals that you can, like, if you wanted to make it like a Borg assimilated version, they have some Borg stuff that you can put on there, and this didn't come with any decals at all, so you'll have to hand paint everything if you want to. Let's go ahead and put it on the stand and see how it moves, because it's not going to move too well on a playmat like this. All right, so now I've got it on the stand. It moves a little bit easier, because if you want it to be able to rotate or swivel, that's important. For measurements, we're at just a little over 13 inches, maybe 13 and 2/16, so 13 and an eighth inch from outer section to outer section. For height, I'm going to be at about 9.5 inches tall, so really large. Now, I think if we want to really fully appreciate it, the scale of this thing, I'm going to have to get some other ships. So I'll do some X-Wing ships and then some Armada ships to kind of help put it in scale. And like if I wanted to dock it right here, the Y-Wing doesn't really work as well because this would be almost the size of the Enterprise trying to dock right here. So not really accurate to scale. I've got an X-Wing here on it, but this just kind of gives you an idea. And if you wanted to use this in your games of X-Wing, you could still, in theory, fly above and below it. I've done that before. We've had a battle where we used one of the painted versions of this, although we had the cardboard, so it kind of helped with firing arcs. So if I want to use this in a game, I'll have to probably make my own firing arcs. For Star Wars Armada, it'll work a little bit better. If we line up a CR90 right to this docking port, it's going to look a whole lot better. It looks like, it's literally like the docking port like aligns perfectly to this. So I feel like this is in really, really good scale with Armada, or I can just take the ship out itself and have it lined up right there. There's a lot of really cool diorama type things that you could even set up this way. Let's see how it looks with some Imperial ships. So as you can see right here, it's actually kind of perfect height-wise for the larger ships. The ISD like backs up to it perfectly. Of course, I don't think you would actually want to do that because then your engines would kick on and slag the station. That would not be really good. But you can, maybe pull up this way, sideways. You're right about at the height right there. A smaller, like a Victory Star Destroyer, is a lot smaller than the station. If I were to take it out of the base here, you could see it could like pull up right to one of these, and it's it fits within there real easily. Really, really good size station to have. I mean, it's big, a lot bigger than your objective stations in the game. But boy, oh boy, this is it's going to look really good on display, especially with a bunch of ships kind of docked against up to it. I wonder how many I can fit around this thing. All right, so I've got the Chimera docked, and I pulled out all of my other little triangular Star Destroyers. There's plenty of other Imperial ships out there, but I just grabbed all the ISDs, Victories, and Interdictors, including some of my green fleet. They're like the Romulan Imperials, right? And this should just kind of give you an idea of just how big this thing really is. It's just monstrous. We have we got our hands full with this thing. And it's beautiful too. Like I'm almost afraid to paint it. I wonder if it would just look better as a straight up white. But this is really, really something. It'll look really, really great. If I could come up with a custom scenario for it too. Like Masters of the Fleet is always doing those super awesome scenarios, but maybe I'll get one. Maybe I'll get one that they'll watch, one of these days. It probably won't be as good as theirs, but I'll have a really cool station though. Wow. Now I don't know if the Rebels can make as good a use of this. But yeah, it's gorgeous. Let's get a look under. All right, we're trying to get like that side angle look at everything right here, just to see like some of the heights. Because now I do have some of the taller stands. Like that's one of the Mel Miniature stands on this guy, so that's why he comes up a little higher, and this regular ISD comes up at perfect length. So the normal ISD stands do work perfect with it, whereas the taller ones are a little wonky here. It should actually be like that. There we go. Very, very fun. Look at that detail. Let's have you pull out. There's our docking. Really something. This could take a long time to paint with so many little platforms. So much to paint. But the good news is you don't have to prime it. And honestly, it looks good enough as is. I'm not going to lie, it looks really good. That's something. Like even on the sides here, you've got so much detail. It's actually pretty comparable to the type of detail you have on a Star Destroyer. So many panels and so many intricate, places where there's detail. It looks really good. It looks really good when scaled with this game. Oh wait. Up with the base, and their ships aren't actually as tall as the Imperial ships, but they're kind of in that ballpark at least. The MC-75 seems to be the tallest. Kind of gets in there just fine, but who do you think would win this standoff here? Oh, it doesn't look good for the Rebels. Hopefully the station's got some firepower. Oh, this would be such a great scenario to play, wouldn't it? Wow. I mean, honestly, you could probably use it almost like a Death Star in your games as well. But, that's no moon. All right, guys, so this thing is amazing. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I am probably going to have some fun painting this. It might take me a long time, though, because I want it to look at least halfway decent. I want it to look better than it does now, and that's hard because I think it actually looks really good, just primed and ready to go. The grooves, the detail is all really stands out. It looks great. I can't wait. I'll probably end up having it on my shelf permanently as a display module and then occasionally brought in for games. Let me know if you'd like to see some of those games. If you would like to see like a bat rep with something like that. That would be pretty fun as well. And that's all I got for you for today. Make sure you're entered to win that Force FX lightsaber. All you have to do again is subscribe and leave a comment. It's as simple as that. If you're already subscribed, you don't have to unsub and resub. Somebody asked me about that recently. I'm like, no. If you're still a subscriber, you're fine. You probably do want to hit that bell for alerts so you can be notified when new videos come up. You don't want to miss when the winner gets announced. I typically announce winners at the end of my videos, so you kind of have to watch all the way through. That's about it, guys. All right, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click that bell for alerts. Big thanks to my patrons on Patreon. You can also hit me up in Crabbok.com. You can hop over in Discord. We can chat a little bit over there. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you again so much for watching, and have a great day.